Hey y'all, welcome to day 20 of the Christmas card series here at Race and Crafts. Today I'm using this little guy. He should be very familiar to you. He is one of the Precious Moments guys. I found him on a free coloring book site. I will have a link to it on my blog, and in the information bar below there is a link to my blog. And all I did was opened him in Microsoft Word and resized him. That's all I did. It's that easy. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by putting my little tree together so I don't lose it. And I'm just going to run a little bit of snail adhesive over my trunk. Sorry about that, guys. My battery died. So, okay, let's continue on, shall we? So I went ahead and stuck my I can't even think of what it's called. Stump tree trunk down so I don't lose that little tree trunk. I have a nasty habit of doing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back into this, and I'm going to use a I'm going to use this unmounted Christmas stamp here, except I'm going to give it a little wash because it's got glitter and stuff stuck to it from my embossing powders. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to work on the card now, finally. Okay, I'm going to use some Memento Ladybug embossing, or I'm sorry, ink embossing powder. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to ink that up. And we'll go ahead and stamp that at the top. And it's a little, okay, so let's do, I want to add just a little bit of something to the inside to kind of dress it up. I just have to, of course it's in the case at the very bottom of the stack. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my my Cottage Ivy ink, and I'm going to go ahead and just put one there. And I'm just going to stamp some trees across the bottom of my card here. And apparently I need to turn that because that's going to be a problem. Okay. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and set that aside for now. And we're going to go ahead and mount that on one of the pieces of green cardstock. And I'm going to slip this out of here for a minute. so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get that inside our card. And I'm just using my snail. All right. There we go. So let's go ahead and put this front layer on, just like that. And before I really go ahead and put this guy on, okay, so I can go ahead and layer it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this guy down. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and just adhere my tree straight down. There we go. And he's going to go right about there. Alright, now my little Precious Moments guy is going to be popped up. Big surprise there, right guys? And let's do one right there. Okay. And we'll go ahead and put him on. And I'm going to just put him there. And then I'm going to grab some of these TPC Studio Woodland Winter metal stud accents. I've been using these throughout this series to decorate these trees. Just lost one there. There we go. I'm loving those. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of slide this guy out of the way a little bit, and I'm going to grab some white cardstock. And I'm going to grab this Merry Christmas sentiment. Oops. And I need to clean this up. Sorry guys. I wasn't really prepared for this, I guess.
I'm coming. You're just going to have to give me a second. Don't be impatient. Don't look at me with that tone of voice.
Sorry about that, guys.
What?
Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and stamp this using some more of the Ladybug ink. And no, we're not. Let's stamp it again. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and ink this stamp up here. It's got... I made the mistake of cleaning it with piece of paper towel. And it's not working. That, and let's blot that.
Come on.
Okay, guys, I'm going to ink up my sentiment with a little bit of Ladybug Memento ink. If I could talk right. That'd be great. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right along that back edge. Just like that. And I'm going to grab my trimmer and I'm going to cut my, I'm going to do a little banner edge on the one side. So now I'm just going to trim up my sentiment here. Let's try that guy again. There we go. All right. And I cut it too short. Okay. Alright guys, I've got my Christmas sentiment here. I'm going to ink it up with some Memento Ladybug ink here. And I'm going to stamp it over on the left side of my paper here. There we go. I'm going to grab my trimmer here and just cut this off a little bit. And then I'm going to trim that down. And I'm just going to do a small banner, flag edge, banner edge, whatever you want to call it. There we go. And I'm going to grab a little piece of green here. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of a border. Okay. And I'm just gonna come in. There we go. So I'm just going to have that come in off of that back edge. I'm sorry.